able to fabricate our duct, and we're able to go to the field and install the stuff we fabricated. We get to see the metal from scratch to finish up in the air, and then we get to start up our units, and then we get to see the finished product at the end of the job. My name is Annet Del Rosario. I've been a foreman for Able Heating and Air for the last 12 years. I've been in the trade since '01. We received a CAD file from George for RCC, Riverside Community College, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to plug that in, get that over to the guys on the plasma so we can fabricate this ductwork and get it out. We'll download that whole batch. We'll download the spool sheet so we can see what we're making. So this is basically the plenum to the roof. This is what it's supposed to finish looking like. So after we throw it in the plasma, we'll be highlighting what's complete so that Renee knows it's available for delivery. We fabricate most of our square duct here. We'll receive it in a CAD file, or we'll receive it via details. We'll start with shearing the ductwork. We'll either burn it on the plasma, we'll form it, get it to the back, and then in the back we got some guys actually putting some ductway frame on, some sections, some square duct. We'll just go through each little item to make sure that nothing's off center, not good. Double checking our seams and our allowances are up to code. We're about to print out all the ISO drawings for us to be able to fabricate and put together for the guys in the field in sections. I worked 2 jobs. I worked at Arco and PM. I worked at Jack in the Box during the night. I was working the graveyard shift, and that's when I decided to say, you know what, like, enough's enough. These 2 jobs ain't cutting it. The rent, didn't have a vehicle, so everything was by bus. So my brother sends me the address to the local where we're at here today. So I come in here and I look at the beginning of the building, and it says sheet metal worker. I said, hey bro. He goes, yeah, you're applying for sheet metal worker. What'd you think? I was like, oh, I thought we were gonna go do the pharmaceutical. He's like, no. You give it a go. So I decided to join the apprenticeship, passed my test, interviewed everything. I ranked 2nd in my class. So I finished my apprenticeship. Like I said, I did a couple years in the shop, a couple years in the field, and I finished my last year in the shop. There was a gentleman that told me I wouldn't last but a week. So in my gut, I said, I gotta last this week so I can prove this guy. Otherwise, I got a shot to show him and everybody else at that shop the way they felt that I'm not going. Like, I'm gonna run circles around you. I'm gonna outdo more duct with you, and I did. And I saw an enormous amount of women, and I'm like, oh my God, these are all women construction workers? When we go to a job site, it's just one in one trade, and it's like 4 of us in a whole job site. And at the moment, we only had 3 sheet metal workers that were women. So I was thinking to do what they did at the conference was have multiple trades. Women started coming in, and collectively we got together. We go to career fairs to meet and talk to other women. I'm gonna be going to the California Women's Conference to go speak on a panel on how to be more involved and how to bring more women into the trade. In my group, I always say, my girls are my sisters, those other girls in the trades are our cousins, right? We're still family, we're still all a union. We're growing, we're empowering, we're becoming leaders, we're becoming mentors. So we find ways to communicate, network, and get more women in. And then retain is the most important thing.